What's wrong?
I just pressed the wrong button.
And we're live. Holy crap. Does it ever just hit you how fucking weird it is that you can just boop and you're connected to the world?
Sometimes. Definitely sometimes. The internet is kind of just a weird thing to think about.
Sorry, Josh, what was that?
Oh, I say I try not to let myself think about it.
Yeah, that's a one-way ticket to existential crisis.
Fear of
kidding.
connectivity.
So we've only got 2 face cams tonight. You guys are going to have to deal with it, or you just have more chance to focus on me and Josh.
Also, I know some of you don't even watch this. You listen to it. So it's not an issue for you.
Wow, it has been so long since I've updated the our SoundCloud. I really need to get on that.
Oh boy.
Just listen to the videos.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but still, like, if you don't pay for YouTube, you can't close it, and then it's a thing. Anyway,
it's fair.
Welcome back to Star Wars Saga Edition, The Light of Memory, Episode 8.
Woo!
If memory serves.
Ba, 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 ba.
Last time, they shot the shit out of Cheeto the Hutt and dicked around in his mansion for 2 episodes. How's it going on, E?
No, we also shot a couple other guys recently.
True. So, after killing Cheeto and leaving his moldering corpse to gather blowflies in the center of the hall, you guys managed to requisition the antique battle droids he had erected on either side of his throne and set a trap. The trap was sprung early the next day when Jath and Dargus, 2 of Cheeto the Hutt's employees, happened to stumble into a firing range. Dargus the Dug was very wounded. He got carted off to some sort of back alley surgeon to save his life. And currently, when we last left off, Jath was offering his services as a spy to the party in lieu of his employer that is now dead. Oh, and Tom found a Magna Guard. Also, Josh, you found your clutchmate, frozen in carbonite on the wall, and after having saved him, it seems as though he might be in a spot of trouble back home. That he might be being hunted even now by the found men. But that's a bridge you'll cross when you come to it. The floor is yours. What do you do?
So we had pretty much hired the Bothan to basically show us the way to where we were going, right?
The Bothan has agreed to show you the checkpoints that were under Cheeto's control. So you can still get out of the city. You can still get to the Imperial Depot that your Republic or your Rebel commander Forn Draven wanted to get at. Beyond that, he's currently his own agent. What's up, HCG? How's it going?
I believe I had fronted him half the cash to pay him, and I was going to wait for Kyle to get here to be seeing if he's willing to put up the other half.
How much was it?
Don't worry about it. Just say yes.
Yeah, just agree with it.
Yeah, I didn't become a Keldor noble by just giving people money. How much was it?
I believe I offered 400 or 500 credits.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
You guys can negotiate anew, as the game master does not remember.
In that case, I am willing to pay him 5 credits, and Tom was willing to front the other 5.
Well, hold on now.
5 whole credits? Come on.
Drop that on the Rodian.
But yeah, no, I'll give 500.
Well, the other thing is he's also a spy looking for a job, so the question is, do you need him for anything? You're negotiating an employment contract currently. The exodus from the city has already been paid for. He received his money from Cheeto. That's been agreed upon, and even if it wasn't, you have the guns. It's everything else that what comes after that is more what he's concerned with. Of course, if you wish to turn him down, that's an option too. Do you want a Bothan spy? Yes, no.
Kinda.
I'd rather have the Bothan spy than have him against me.
Exactly.
I think the Kildorian can sort this out better than the Gand can, so I will leave the negotiation to him.
Man, okay.
Adam and Amai are not here. Both are very, very sleepy tonight.
Sleepy.
Kyle is here, but also very tired.
I'm okay. Surviving.
Kyle wasn't able to do his makeup beforehand, so unfortunately.
No, I just want to be able to like slouch and look like a schlub in my chair without like everyone having to stare at me wondering if I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, so what was the Bothan's name again?
Jath.
Mr. Jath.
I'm listening.
So you were telling us you know the way for us to still get out of the city and how to get to whatever imperial deal it was that we were set up with originally, right?
Well, let's clarify. My job is to get you out of the city.
Yes.
What you do after that is up to you, and your commander seemed to be the one that had designs on some sort of depot, but that's officially none of my business. I can get you out of the city. I know which checkpoints we're taking kickbacks from Cheeto. That's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about what I'm going to do for employment afterwards, now that, well, we've both passed the rotting hunk of meat that used to be my employer.
Oh, that's right. He wants to roll with us.
Right.
You
don't seem like you were too fond of your former employer.
A paycheck's a paycheck.
That's fair. You wouldn't happen to know any way of currently getting off of this rock unseen?
You're asking multiple questions. If you want to know if I know ship dealers and places where you can get transportation in variable degrees of quality, I might know a man or a woman or a few. However, all of that is a moot point while the Imperial blockade still ensconces us.
Okay, fair. I think that answers the other question. Well, I suppose if you were looking for a team to team up with, we could certainly use your skills.
Well, I would like that, but unfortunately I still have to eat. So there is the matter of compensation that I have to worry about. Unfortunately,
right.
Much as I like you fellows.
Well, I was going to assume that, you know, it would come at a price to have you join up with them. But like you said, very well aware that a man has to eat. So what sort of services or first of all, what sort of pay were you looking for? Because I wasn't here the last week, so kind of just entering into the conversation.
Once again, it had yet to be negotiated. Right. This was something that the bounty hunter, the other guy was the bounty hunter.
Oh,
the spy. This was something the spy had thrown on the table, and then they came to. Wow, my brain just all of it all at once short circuited. They came to the decision that they should wait for the guy with the money to make the decision.
Fair.
Starfinder Jack, what's up, buddy?
But yeah, I suppose I'm gonna point it at him to. It's like what are you looking for? Because I don't want to be disrespectful and like throw some lowball number without realizing. Or at least I want to have an idea of where we're starting at.
Why should we hire you?
Why do you want to work for this company?
I mean, it's
well,
less
you know,
about
the
just you wanna
ethos here
work
are really
for us
great.
and more like how much. What are you looking for based on what you're providing? I want to buy. I just need to know.
Let's begin the negotiations at 500 monthly.
And with that 500 monthly, um, is that sort of just a what would you say would come along with that on our end?
Well, I assume a ragtag bunch of, shall we say, entrepreneurs such as yourself has a varied array of needs. My specialties lie in information gathering, computer slicing, sabotage. I'm sure I could improvise a few other uses when and if they become necessary.
Okay. Yeah. No kidding. Yeah. Entrepreneurs is quite a generous phrase, so thank you for that one. But yeah, I would say 500 monthly is doable. I can agree to that.
So we were gonna get past. We were gonna get to the checkpoint that Cheeto was gonna get us outside of the city, and from there, I believe the plan was to get onto basically break our way onto an Imperial ship to mess up their like transponder codes to break the blockade.
Yes, so as Forndraven told you originally, the only ships that are getting off the surface right now are the transports going from this Imperial depot up to the Star Destroyer. If you can sabotage the Star Destroyer, you can effectively break the blockade because that's the Empire's really only support for their cordon. So his main plan was to get to the depot, hijack one of the Imperial transports, get up to the Star Destroyer, and find a way to break it.
Let's fucking do it.
Could Jath perhaps bribe or find one of Cheeto's informants who was taking kickbacks from him to look the other way when we sneak onto one of those transporters?
So the depot is not in the city.
Okay.
Cheeto, and if you ask Jath this himself, he will tell you that Cheeto mostly bribed low-level checkpoint guys. Those were the people who were taking credits to not check the invoice too thoroughly. Once you get to the depot, we're talking about a military installation. That's where Cheeto's tendrils end.
Okay. I understand more now. I mean, having somebody feed us information about Imperial movements would also just be generally useful.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I mean, that alone was enough to want to pay the man.
Well, I mean, do we even have a communal ship?
Not yet.
That will be arranged because I need somewhere to store these giant robots.
True. Are we the Trade Federation?
Are we Space Walmart?
I mean, we got a Magnavagard and 2 rollers.
Hey man, we're a step away from being fucking Jawas. We just need a sandcrawler.
Let's convert a sandcrawler into a spaceship.
Or convert a spaceship to look like a flying sandcrawler. Just chugging through space.
Here, my vote is we're about to get on a Star Destroyer. Let's steal a ship and file the serial number off.
Sure.
Steal a fucking Imperial shuttle.
Well, Jath, welcome to the team.
How trustworthy is your contract?
You're asking if I'm going to betray you.
Yeah, perhaps for someone who pays you a little more.
I don't see that happening anytime soon. Besides, I'm not one to jeopardize a continuous source of income for a, shall we say, meager net gain. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Oh, hey, we've been recording this whole time. Well, we'll stop that.
No.
Well,
Stop the stream.
if Gand and Keel, if both of you feel comfortable having him along, I'm more than willing to pay. But I'll leave that at your discretion.
I mean, what is it?
I get the sense y'all know each other a little. Or y'all, you do who you can and cannot trust.
I mean, use every tool at your disposal.
All right.
So here's the question. What are you going to do? Who are you going to take? Right now, currently, the only actual transportation you have is Cheeto's hover U-Haul that was in the garage. So you still have access to that. However, you're also bringing along an extra Bothan. You have a total of 7 people, counting your Imperial prisoner. You've got 2 battle droids, or droidicas.
Do we still have that guy? I honestly thought we were gonna like leave him to die or something.
Well, he'll know fancy Imperial stuff that we might need.
Yeah, but I guess the. Oh yeah, I like mind fucked him last time, didn't I?
You got him to tell him information. You got him to tell us information.
Yeah, I guess I did that and just kind of like, well, he'll probably betray us if we take him to the Empire.
So we'll just we'll put him in a really small like hole, holding it. He doesn't have to take up actual space.
We'll shove him in the glove box. But what was it? I'm gonna ask our rebel commando buddy if there's a safe house we can perhaps send some of the people back to, that we can then pick them back up after we break the blockade.
Fair.
Draven just sort of rubs his temples. The whole reason of coming here was so we could clean out our safe houses. I suppose this is as good as it's going to get, assuming no one else comes looking for Cheeto.
Promise that.
Who would come looking for Cheeto?
It's like, why doesn't this man have a Rancor pit?
Awful hut.
What kind of hut are you? Well, I am willing to leave my cousin behind with the 2 droids to protect him if that'll make him feel better.
He could start working on that Magna Guard.
True.
So, like, I assume walking around with 2 rollers and a broken Magna Guard isn't gonna look terribly inconspicuous.
Right. Man, you guys are awfully heavily armed, aren't you? Like, what? You mean with these battle droids? No. Not at all.
They're just really hardcore Trade Federation cosplayers, I promise.
It's just training exercise.
So that solves 4 bodies. If Tom's willing to leave the broken Magna Guard with my clutch mate.
That Magna Guard is mine. I called it. I saw it first.
Well, technically, I think Amai saw it first, but she only claimed the hand. So you own 95% of it.
No, I saw it. I saw it first. That's what I say.
You realized what it was first. That's a bit like if somebody, like, if we killed a mafioso boss, and somebody found like his $500,000 car. I was like, "What's this?" and like smashed one of the side view mirrors.
Yep,
and then you
basically
came in and you're like, "That's a Bugatti."
Well, no, like you ripped out the serpentine belt and made a slingshot.
Yeah. You I think you pretty understand. You'd be like, "Oh my god."
No, they have 2 droidicas. They have a Magna Guard and 2 destroyer droids.
Which, if we only got fucking 2 battle droids, that'd be a much worse deal.
Or combat droids, I guess I should say.
That's what they call them in the Clone Wars, right? Or some of the clones call them rollers or something like that.
Something like that.
Are clankers what they call the regular stupid droids?
I don't know. I didn't watch the show.
I don't remember what the normal assholes are just called.
They're the B1 and B2s.
Yeah. So for right now, I'm willing to leave. We're willing to leave my cousin at least behind with the 4 droids or the 3 droids.
Okay. So you're leaving behind your droids. You're leaving behind the cousin.
The hack data pad as well, so he can activate them.
That's great.
Okay. So 100% of the droid force and the extra Gand is staying here.
Yes, we're gonna pick them up once we break the Imperial blockade.
Okay. What about the rebels?
No, what about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
How many people can we feasibly take with us?
Well, if we look at the map of Cheetos that I drew, because I did draw that truck to scale, you can fit 3 people in, I forget what they call it, the driver's bay, and then you've got another 12 in the back, and that's kind of like
holy shit
smashed together. Yeah, it's a truck.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess transportation is a lot less a lot less difficult than I was thinking it was going to be.
So we have 7 rebels with us, right, including the commander.
Sure. Yes. I don't think the number was ever specified.
So
I think we have a small battalion.
Just like 500 guys, right?
Like 3 legions, right?
No, the assumption is that Foreign Draven does, or Commander Draven, his first name is Foreign, last name Draven, I don't know why I'm saying the whole NPC name. Commander Draven does have a number of dudes at his disposal, because he had like several shipping containers of rebels that was taken with us. You're currently undergoing a stealth mission, but you do have access to some low-level rank-and-file dudes if you need them.
Okay. Well, obviously the 3 of us can sit up front because we're here. Well, we won't have to get cramped in the back of a U-Haul.
Yeah.
So you have the Twi'lek, the Rodian.
Well, the Rodian can go back there.
Or the Rodian's going in the glove box. Realistically, we can take 13 people.
With the Imperial.
I'll sit them on my lap.
There was a Twi'lek, Rodian, Imperial, the Boston, if we want to bring him with us for spy stuff. And then
I think he's gonna be very useful for that.
And then that leaves enough space for 8 I keep wanting to say Republic, 8 rebels if there's enough of them. If not, we'll just take the rest of the small squad with us.
So what about your new Twi'lek friend Dela, the escaped slave?
Oh, is she rolling with us?
She is rolling with Faria currently. She doesn't really have much direction at the moment, and that was kind of the.
Does she have any combat capabilities or spy capability? Okay.
She isn't. She is a fucking commoner. She is a waitress.
So maybe
I think literally no one here who is currently at this game cares about her.
I mean, I care enough. Like we could have her stay with the droids back at whatever little safe house, and then maybe leaves whatever extra rebels we have there too, just to like guard it. Maybe. I don't know what you guys think. But like taking her to the spaceship is just a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea. Well, we'll leave her behind and
wait. We can use her for a distraction.
I'm not sure I'm willing to risk
and be like dance.
So we have the other 12.
Not that kind of distraction.
What kind of distraction?
More like, hey, come into this back alley with me.
God. Walk around the corners, just like 10 guns in his face. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, I don't trust her, so I am also fine with leaving a rebel or 2 just to watch and call Commander Draven if anything happens at the Hutt Palace.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. So are you taking Draven with you?
Yes.
Yeah? Cool.
Hang on, let me see his stats.
He is stronger than you. Well, by numbers. I don't know if he's actually a better character because you're you.
I'll see what my heavy repeating blaster has to say about that.
Who's riding up front?
The three of us.
Okay, so you want Jath in the back.
Yes.
Preferably.
I think he should be able to see what the fuck's going on.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. So one of
I
us
will
will probably need to.
I will sit in the back.
Or do you want to sit on my lap? Because you are small.
I might be small. My gun isn't.
He's not. He's not
Yep.
that small. He's
Okay,
the
that's
size.
fair.
He's like I think almost 5 foot.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Well,
like
I mean, 5 foot ain't. Okay, but the sheer
5'2",
fact that you're gonna
5'4".
be carrying around like a fucking 100-pound piece of metal, yeah, maybe you should sit in the back with it because I don't think that would fit in the front.
We're treating him like he's a Jawa. Jawas are small. Gans are.
I mean,
Bigger.
they're not like
I am
Superman.
smaller. I am not small.
Smallish.
I'll sit in the back with with my heavy blaster kind of pointing at the door in case anybody suspicious opens it.
What do you constitute as suspicious?
Okay, so I guess take a look at the map. I believe you should all have control of your tokens. If not, I will fix that.
Can I have control of other people's tokens?
I have control of their tokens, so just, I guess, tell me what you want.
I want control of everyone's tokens.
Did Adam Photoshop a cowboy hat onto his Rhodian?
I actually don't know. I have no fucking idea. I never thought to ask.
I think he might have, or somebody might have.
I currently do not have control of my token.
Okay.
Same.
Then let's fix. There you go, Josh. Try that one.
Nope.
Really, I'm going to yell so loud. Controlled by Gand. Save settings.
All right, now I can.
And then
I'll be like right there with the space like in front of me right there. I want that to be open in case I need to shoot anybody who opens like the door back here. I'm assuming is where it is.
Yeah, one second. I immediately forgot what I just fucking did. Edit. I swear I'm not this bad at game personing. Damn it. Edit. Controlled by Minj Gunkelm. Save settings. And then controlled by...
Write that down.
Oh. Yours is already there. Okay. So put yourselves where you want to be, and then tell me where you want everyone else to be.
I want to be in the engine block.
You want to ride on the hood?
No, it.
Melt himself. I'm not sure you're... Are you small enough to fit in there? Will it close?
I'd like the Imperial to be towards the back of the cargo area.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm fine where I currently am as long as nobody's like between me and however the U-Haul opens up.
Yeah, so it's going to open up back here.
Yeah. Okay. That's good then.
How many rebels do you want to take with you?
As many will fit, so I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I thought this was a stealth mission.
Well, yes. That's why I'm asking how many you want to take with you. 0 is an answer.
Maybe a few. I mean, I guess we don't have to take all 6, because I don't know. What if we find something and we want the space to bring it back?
That's
So
a
we even use
civilian.
this-
I don't think I specifically made a rebel token. And if I did, I didn't keep it. Yeah, close enough. We'll use these guys for our rebels. So I'm guessing you guys are packing in like so.
Who's driving?
Right now,
Um,
Jath is in the driver's seat. If you want to change that, it's up to you.
that might actually be for the best because I feel like he would be the one that would know what to do to get us through.
I'll drive.
Okay.
Seriously, yeah, you
Didn't
can.
fight that at all.
I mean, no, because realistically, you're gonna be like, "I'm gonna drive." He's gonna be like, "Yeah, no." And you're gonna be like, pull out your gun and be like, "I'm gonna drive," and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, you're gonna drive."
My character would like to stay alert, and driving helps you stay alert in stress
Hey.
environments.
Be my guest. Someone's gotta drive, so. Do we need a certain skill for that?
Pilot, I'm driving for my family.
For this,
You're
no.
batting.
I'm gonna run it with World of Darkness rules. You don't need the
Okay.
drive. You don't need the drive skill to drive a car. You need it to do like trick driving and donuts and high speed chases. But
Okay.
for basic, just going down the street, I'm not gonna. You're good.
Actually, Leia made out with Luke. It was initiated by her. You can't put that on Luke's face.
All right. So are we good? Are we rolling out like this?
I believe so.
Okay. In which case, before you take off, Commander Draven will give you, Kill Repeal, the coordinates to the Imperial Depot. So, the van starts. You leave behind Cousin Gand, the Twi'lek Adela, the extraordinarily powerful battle droids I gave you just to see what would happen. As you begin the drive through the blue sector. On either side of you is a sprawling display of squalor and rundown shops and jittery, sparking droids. You get passed on one side by a gang of swoop bikes, on the other by another Land Cruiser speeding ahead and swerving and taking a swift banking turn to the right. Eventually, after taking a circuitous route through the blue sector, following Jath's directives, you do come to a very shabby-looking checkpoint, and there's a booth set into one side with a fairly low-ranking Imperial officer. You can tell there's not a whole lot of color adorning his lapel. And a few soldiers sort of lazily manning their post, but there's really not much more than a fence here. And as you roll up to the checkpoint, the officer will sort of lean in. Evening? What is your business here?
Morning, officer. We are passing through.
As you say that, Jath will sort of like lean down, make eye contact, and nod. Ah, I see. Official business, he asks to the spy. Now, what are you guys doing in the back? There's not a whole lot of soundproofing here, so you can sort of hear the conversation going on over the low hum of the speeder engine.
Gand is trying to start a mini fight club back there.
Oh no.
Oh, as soon as I hear talking like somebody might be about to open that back door, I take the safety off of my rifle.
Nice.
Panic.
And I kind of look over at the Imperial just in case he's about to say anything with the rifle heating up.
How is he restrained? Is it just what did you guys do?
I believe reverse shrimp is our basic answer.
Just suspended from the top of the fucking vehicle.
It's like a fucking ham hanging in the back.
As humiliating as possible. Unless he's into it, then he's just in a normal position.
As he hears another voice, he sort of gives you a defiant look in the eye and starts banging his head against the wall. From the front, in the driver's side, Kill Repeal and Kahal, you hear a solid thump, thump, thump coming from the back, and the truck begin to tilt a little bit.
I'm gonna kind of push I know it's tight back here, but can I squeeze through the two guys?
We can try that. Give me an acrobatics check to press through.
Ooh, boy. That's a 19 plus. I don't know if I have acrobatics. I have dexterity. That's a 21.
Yeah.
19 would probably do it on the die. Nobody's going to get in your way, especially with that gun. The question is, so you kind of sort of you're a little guy and you heft the gun.
I probably put the gun over my head, as I walk through. And then I get to him, and as he's about to bang his head one last time, I'm just going to slam the butt of the rifle against the other side of his head and into the wall.
Make an attack roll.
Can't bang your head if it's pinned to the floor.
And I will give you +4 to the roll. I forget exactly what the rules are for bound opponents, but just take a +4.
I'm pretty sure they lose their dex.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think he also gets a bonus.
Yeah.
That's going to total to 22 then.
22. Would you like to roll damage? I'll give you a D6 plus strength for this.
That's going to be 7.
Break his neck.
7 is going to be hard enough to knock him out completely. But you guys towards the front are noticing that the Imperial soldiers are starting to look a little worried. And the officer sort of leans and asks, "What was that?"
Transporting, what's the local fauna on this planet?
Farming shit.
Tell him there's a baby Rancor back there.
Baby Rancor.
There's a baby bantha in there, right? No, they don't have banthas on Corellia. What the fuck am I talking about?
That's Tatooine.
Yeah, wrong planet. I heard Hut and just immediately go to Tatooine. I'm basic as shit. I know.
Wookiee slave.
I know where he's Daestra. We're just happy you're here.
That's what the Imperials are into. They like slaving Wookiees.
Love you guys.
Yeah, we the baby enslaved Wookiee in the back. Not really happy right now.
We are in that era. Yeah, I forgot about
that. Give me a deception check.
I can do that.
It probably wouldn't have been wise to say baby Rancor, because your first reactions are going to be like, "Can I see it?"
Yeah, no.
A baby Rancor. This time of year, this time of day.
Rancors aren't in season.
Completely localized to the back of your car. Yes. Can I see it? No. Well, that's a 19 on the dot plus. So that's a 27.
Jas sort of leans in. You heard the man, baby Wookiee. And he motions for the fence. And the officer just sort of looks dubious and nods as he motions for one of the soldiers to pull the fence open. And the speeder goes buzzing through. Jas sort of taps you on the shoulder. Normally we are not so on the nose when we smuggle things. I don't think he was used to your candor.
Listen, I knew a guy who got a Wookiee from this this planet once.
Well, something to be said for repeat business, I suppose.
I wonder whatever happened to that guy. Probably ended up he probably ended up being a nobody.
Probably ended up in jail.
Didn't contribute anything to the galaxy.
Probably smuggling spice.
That fucking monster. We don't associate with those kinds of bastards.
So you guys have officially made it out of Coronet City. And there is a very long drive once you get past the city outskirts. And for the lack of a better term, suburbs that have grown up around the sprawling metropolis. But eventually, you find yourselves in the great sprawling rurality that is Corellia proper. Now, here's the question for you. Do you go directly to the depot, or might you have other designs?
Is there an armory?
Question.
I will remind Cahal that you do remember seeing a map among Faria's possessions. It's a ways away, and probably a day or two trip, but it is an option.
Was I able to tell like where the map leads?
Yes, it is somewhere in the northern mountains, and with I believe it was a geography roll, you're able to pinpoint where it is fairly particularly well.
Did the rest of us talk about this already?
I don't think so.
Nope.
That was the first I've heard about it.
So, our Twilight friend has this map.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Just thought I'd remind ourselves.
Well, I can't hear what there's. Well, I'm assuming I can hear, but I can't respond from where I'm at.
No, you like as I said, there's no soundproofing, so you can hear the conversation going on.
You can hear us, and we can hear you.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's just gonna end up like being where her master was, right?
Her master.
Yeah, like some place out of the city, a couple days. I think it's just where her and her master were living. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, if Faria had ever looked at the piece of paper, she might be able to confirm one way or the other. But since she has no idea what's on it, she can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay.
It's okay. She doesn't need to look at it.
So, don't want to do anything about Faria's map then at this moment?
What's supposed to be on it?
It's a location to someplace up in the mountains. I couldn't possibly tell you.
I'll turn to Commander Draven and ask if there's time for an excursion.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Hang on, sorry, just a quick aside. This fucking news fucking headline. The teenager who was tracking Elon Musk's jet is now tracking the Russian oligarchs.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
An excursion for what?
Okay, go on. Yeah.
You're the one that has that brought this up. We can't explain something we have no idea about.
Yeah, I can. Am I able to? I can't discern more than that from the map.
You can discern the location where it leads, and
Yeah.
Faria will tell you that her Jedi Master seemed to think it was fairly important when he gave it to her, as that was the only other thing besides the box that she was given.
And what do I get out of this?
What do you
And the
want?
others, I guess, too. Well, if it's something worthwhile, I want first dibs.
Perhaps Jedi artifacts?
Well, let's see what it is, and then figure out what to do with it. But if it comes down to weapons and gear, definitely you can have first dibs.
Well, I mean, even if it's not weapons and gears, it's something that perhaps I can sell and make some money off of, since we're on the job right now.
I mean, you're right. But if it's something,
I'm sure Draven here would love to take a little vacation, right?
I'd much rather liberate the planet, but if it can help in the current mission...
Well, considering it's coming from her Jedi Master, who knows what it could possibly be? Maybe it's a ship. Maybe it's a weapon. Maybe it's some level of important information. Who's to say?
Who even believes in the phony baloney religion?
It's not like they used to be everywhere or anything.
I believe in laser knives.
Can you put a kyber crystal into a blaster?
That's not a knife.
Yeah, would I be able to use the Force to sense if we like do we need to go in this direction, or if I can get some sense as to
some precognition?
What we would, some precognition. Like what will we walk into if we go that direction?
Okay. Yeah, use the Force is kind of a Mary Sue skill in this game. So yeah, go ahead. Roll use the Force.
that felt really
Or Kyle, as if your character's not familiar with the concept of the Force, you can always perform a vibe check
on the Imperial.
Yeah, bro, can I get a fucking vibe check on that dude in the back? Ooh. That will be a 24. Or, wait, 26.
26. So I would like you to sort of describe to me how Kihalshak reaches out to the Force in reference to this map.
So looking at the map and knowing where we currently are, I guess I can get an idea of where I am in relation to where it leads. I want to just like close my eyes and just hone in and just kind of like sort of like echo myself through almost like an astral projection, as though I'm rushing my way up the mountain to that location.
Oh, that's a bit much for the Force, especially with somebody that like just started. So
I know, but it's more just like mentally imagining it, trying to make the Force, and trying to get the Force to kind of move in that direction with me.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. You sense something. You sense as though perhaps the Force might want you to go in that direction. You sense that it could in some way be important to you, important to Faria, important to the greater destiny as a whole. But you don't sense that it's important right this moment.
Okay. Well,
let me put it to you this way. You sense there's a great destiny in the mountains, but it is not the immediate destiny.
Right. Like we need to go there eventually, but just not right now.
I didn't say need to either. You can completely blow past that if you
want. Okay. Well, obviously, yeah. I know you're not the kind of person to railroad us, but that's what Cahal is feeling. That like this is somewhere we should definitely go. but maybe when we come back, or maybe when when it's not in immediate danger from the Empire.
When we're out of the starting mission, so that when we enter the free roam, when we enter the free roam section of the game.
Well, gents, I think you're right. I think we should definitely vote. Like you said, we're on a job, task at hand. We can, if it's really that dire, come back.
I squint my eyes at Keyhall, but he can't see that because I'm wearing a helmet.
You're like, the vibe tells me it's not pressing right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that it's like the vibe, like looking over at Keyhall, the vibe is saying.
You're looking over at Keyhall?
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna look over at Keyhall and just kind of like put my hands up a little bit, like the vibe, like it's kind of giving off that you guys are right. We really go there right this second.
Okay. So then I ask again: are you going directly to the Imperial Depot?
I have nothing pressing to do otherwise.
I like how these two perfectly emotionless looking people are just staring across at each other, and Jath is just in the center.
Hey, I can express emotion.
I didn't say you couldn't, but your face is very... What is the word I'm looking for?
Covered?
Yes.
You have the thing over your mouth, and then you have the thing over your eyes.
I know, but I'm using hand gestures. I'm not driving. Like air quotes around the vibe. That's what I was going for.
Okay. So then, Kill Repeal, you continue to drive. You are an hour into the wilderness. 2, 3. As you go, signs of civilization tend to get more and more sparse. You go from the suburban areas around the city to dottings of farms and villages breaking up these rolling green pastures to untamed sort of trackless forests on either side of a dirt road. And eventually, after about 3 hours of travel, you begin to see something decidedly unnatural, decidedly human in origin, as a great gray-silver building rises from an area of the ground that has been cleared for several miles in all directions. Just sort of standing like this huge metallic monolith. Can I get a perception check, please, from everybody riding in the front?
Yep. Never mind.
And I'm going to roll one for Jath because he's good at this.
Wait a second. It is net 20.
What's my perception? There it is. I get a 20. Not a natural 20.
Oh. My bad. Plus half level. So that's going to be a 30.
30. Okay.
30.
So you guys are you're probably still a couple miles out, but it's flat enough and it's bright enough that you can see unobstructed. The depot is this large walled compound, roughly rectangular, and at each corner of the rectangle there are what appear to be guard towers that sort of extend. You might imagine the walls look to be about 30 feet. The towers are about 50 feet. At the very top of the tower, glinting in the setting sun, actually, no, it's still early for setting sun. So glinting in the sun, you can see the size of ants, but the telltale white sheen of stormtrooper armor, lugging what looks to be around sizable weapons as they patrol the tops of these towers.
Phenomenal. The Emperor's little fanatics are here. Is what my character says. Out loud.
You guys in the back hear that too, though you have no context for it.
Has the Imperial woken up yet?
I would hope so. If not, he has some major brain damage.
You
Sure.
have hit him in the head quite a few times.
Yes. At this point, it's been about 3 hours. He's awake. He's definitely bruised and bloodied, and his back is still excoriated from destroyer droid shots. But he is awake.
He's having a really bad day.
What he gets?
He's got that Imperial, what do you call it? Arrogance.
I can't wait for him to start having Stockholm syndrome.
Where he probably thinks this is all gonna. He's like, "I'll just wait, you bunch of fuckers. I'm gonna get out of this, and then you're gonna pay." I'll turn to the Imperial and be like, "It's too bad they can't hit the broadside of a barn."
Fool.
Oh.
Shows what you know, you stupid alien. Only Imperial stormtroopers could be so precise.
I get it. I get the reference. He said the line.
He did it. He did the thing. Everybody scream.
Say the line, Bart. I'm glad we agree.
So what do you do?
Well, we have to find somewhere where they're loading or offloading onto some kind of shipping bay.
And sneak onto one of those. Or we want a ship, right? What's
Yeah.
our objective? I
We're going up to the Star Destroyer, crippling it, right?
We're gonna sabotage the Star Destroyer to basically fuck up communications to break the Imperial blockade.
That's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna turn to the commander and I'm gonna be like, "How much are we getting paid for this again?"
Commander's up front.
No,
Is he?
Jath is up front.
Oh, great.
If you need a refresher, you can always just look at the table. That's where everybody is.
My table has a can on it.
Oh,
a
hey.
light.
Haven't seen that one in a while.
Red.
He says, like I said, as soon as I can get with my contacts on Yavin, as far as I'm concerned, the sky's the limit.
You're gonna have to double that by the looks of it. I say, kind of like peering.
Well, you can't see.
Yeah.
But you can.
Your eyes don't work anymore.
No, he's in the back.
I know, but you can't see.
But you can infer that shit is about to happen. So what's gonna happen? Kill, repeal. You're driving.
Yep.
Well, I'm just not like fucking foot on the gas pedal while we're trying to come up with a plan going towards it.
Fair.
Like, we better come up with a plan before we get there, guys.
So where are we? Like we're in the depot now, right?
No.
No,
You see the depot in the distance. You guys are a couple miles
right.
away.
Yeah.
Now here's an idea. Some of the boys in the back can create a distraction. That's gonna raise the alarm. They're gonna send extra troops down here. And that ship that they send down is our ticket back up.
All right. I don't hate that plan. How can we be sure that they're gonna send a ship down though?
That is the trick. It has to be pretty sizable front, to say the least.
I'm not sure we have the manpower for that kind of front.
We might not have the manpower, but we can make them think we do.
True. I mean, we could, but how will we pull that one off?
How much explosives do we have in this?
I'm going to
Truck.
just turn my head over my shoulder and try and look back at the Rhodian and Gand. Like, well, that depends on them.
Gand, you still have what's left of your box of grenades, or did you use all those already?
Oh no, not yet.
Yeah, just
A fucking chest of grenades.
I believe I have a Sith bag of grenades.
there's the joke. We all knew it was coming.
We have to make it at least once per stream, or we haven't actually played the game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's in the rules. I saw it in the book.
I'll turn to the Imperial commander and be like, exactly what would bring a ship down to here?
He sort of rubs his chin. This is sort of the nucleus for the Imperial's actions on the planet. So they send people down here, and then from here they transport them to their stations. I suppose theoretically, if more soldiers were needed in a certain area, but I don't know how we could guarantee that.
No, the Imperial told me all that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow,
I
you
thought
really like to change apart.
I thought you said the
Man,
commander. I thought you were
that
talking to
Jedi mind
Draven.
trick really fucked him up.
Tell you what, Draven will answer for him. While the Imperial just sneers.
I'm gonna turn to the Imperial and end up like, how do you honestly think it's gonna go for you if they catch us and you're gonna have to explain what happened and how we got that far? Personally, in my culture, your flesh would be recycled and fed to newly hatched hatchlings. But I have to imagine your human empire is far more civilized than that.
Just because you have those disgusting bug eyes doesn't mean I can't tell that you're bluffing. You think I'm worried about me right now. You're not worried about me. You're worried about you.
Well, of course, we don't care about you.
Perhaps my language is not being translated properly through my apparatus, but I was merely trying to imply that perhaps us getting caught is not going to be the best thing for you.
I think it would be even worse for you.
We die. You die. Yeah.
Is there some kind of like...
You have an Empire summoning stick.
I don't have the spell slots for that.
They're probably bringing munitions down here. We could just set some of them off and cause big enough commotion that somebody'd have to come check it out. Or even if more ships don't come down, we can try to steal one that's about to go up.
We do have a Bothan who might be able to sneak in and find a ship. Or at least, like, maybe the shipping manifest as to when something's going to take off or land.
I'm going to ask if they can see ships coming up and down from in and out of orbit up front, since I can't see outside.
Not currently, no.
About how long is it going to take us to get to the depot itself?
As long as it needs to, why?
Just to see if we can see, like, if ships are actively going up and down between here and the Star Destroyer.
If you want to wait long enough, yeah, eventually one will come up or come down or back and forth.
Okay. So we at least know there's some kind of flow of traffic.
Yeah, of course. That's the whole reason you're here.
Right. Okay. So which one of these is going to be our plan of attack here? Are we?
My suggestion would be the rebels go. We find where they're storing some munitions. They cause a big distraction while we sneak onto a transporter and get up to the ship and screw things up there.
What's up, Amp? We're just glad you're here, buddy.
Okay. I think we could just certainly make that happen. Guess, yeah, grenades going off in a munitions depot would certainly draw some attention. I think that'd be great, yeah.
I love Fireworks in the morning.
Unfortunately, I won't be the one to set them off this time.
It's okay, Gand. You will get your chance.
So, since I've been driving forward this whole time, how far are we?
You
Joke,
guys,
that was a joke.
yeah, I know, but you guys tell me. We can negotiate this. How far do you want to be? So I'm going to say you're far enough away that they have not noticed your approach yet. But again, they have cleared the wilderness, and you do have stormtroopers on top of some very high towers. So they're gonna see you when you start approaching.
Right. We're gonna turn around. Do we have a way of getting into this depot? I realize we've probably gone over this multiple times, but just to double check.
What we got past first was like a checkpoint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, turning to Jath and Draven's, like, we have any other plans on getting into this place?
I was hoping you could use some of your Findsman magic.
Jath sort of puts his hands up and says, "This is where my influence ends. Now, if you need someone to do some fast talking or some computer slicing, I could help, but I have no connections here."
Okay. What about you, Commander Draven?
Nothing yet. I was hoping to cross that bridge when I came to it.
Well, I think we're at the bridge.
Use your Jedi mind trick.
I mean, yeah.
We have a truck. Why not just tell them that we're delivering something? Especially if the Bothan can hack a shipping manifest and they're expecting something in the system.
Okay, let's get on that. I'll be ready at the. Help us along the way with some Findsman bullshit, as my Gan friend likes to say.
I'll still have my blaster ready in case somebody actually bothers to check inside of this thing.
I thought you were gonna say I still have my blaster ready just in case the Imperial doesn't, or Imperial says something.
That's like, what are you transporting? Baby Wookiees. Like his blaster goes off, shooting holes through the side. We weren't able to unarm them.
I'm gonna turn to one of the rebels. I'm gonna be like, shove a sock in his mouth and make sure he doesn't make any noise.
You sort of see this grin sort of slide across his face as he does so a little bit more forcefully than necessary. But you do have a dangling reverse shrimp Imperial officer thoroughly silenced as he sort of just like spins slowly in the air.
What a scene.
Man, how can he fucking sneer at us when he's just spinning around like a sack of oranges? Fuck this guy.
All right, I'm waiting with a gun poised at the door.
Okay.
What?
I guess we're ready for the depot. At least I am.
Are we going forward, Kill Repeal?
Well, let's get the men. Let's first and foremost make sure that hack goes through.
Jastro turns to you. Well, I can't hack anything from here.
Well, they're gonna see us approach and gonna check their records for a delivery.
I need a terminal.
Well, the terminal's there, and we're here.
I'm going to hand in my data pads. Like, can you do anything with this?
That's one of those like.
You're basically you're asking. Yeah, you're asking him to hack into a military computer with a smartphone.
Yeah. People have done it. I don't know how good of a fucking hacker he is. It's like, look, man, I got a data pad and a comm link. That's all. Like, this is all the equipment we have right now.
Hacker man.
If you can't, I understand, and we'll figure out a way through. But
Perhaps I need some way to connect to the mainframe. I need to get into their records. Does anybody have an email I could use? Anything at all?
an email.
I didn't say it was going to be pretty. I just
Okay.
need to give us some reasonable doubt.
Can someone check the Imperial's pockets?
Ooh.
Hey, what's up, Effective? How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, can while we have this bundle of joy dangling from this,
Yeah, does he have any kind of like credentials or anything on his person?
One of
I
you
don't
already
think
knows
so.
his name.
Oh, the Rhodian knows his name.
No. One of
I
you
know.
here already knows his name.
I know his name.
he's not Shenveer, is he?
No, Shenveer is the Inquisitor that you met with.
That's right.
Inquisitor.
Fuck, I forgot to write Thailand. Gotta write that down.
Thailand?
Does he have any kind of like card or anything that he would use to get in? Like in his
Um,
pockets? I'm assuming most of that's been taken off of him, but I'm gonna
right
like
now he
third-
doesn't have shit, but I would also like you to remember that this is not a high-ranking Imperial officer. This was a guy that was assigned to a checkpoint a couple days ago until he decided not to take a bribe.
Like some sort of idiot.
So we're basically running around with a corporal.
Yeah, I guess.
I wouldn't
Maybe
even
less
put
than
him
that.
that high.
Private first class? Like I can't go further down. Otherwise, he's just a dude.
I don't. He's like more like a border patrol.
Oh, I mean, sure, yeah.
Like some sort of loser. Not a border patrol. This guy's. I'm talking about this guy.
This guy sucks. Is
But
it
no,
me that
the officer has no identification on him. What will you do about that?
Give him one on the chin.
Well, I mean, he unless the dude at the door recognizes him, he's about as useless as we are. Not
we
like
also
any
probably wouldn't
actual
want him to
credentials.
recognize him.
Hmm?
We probably wouldn't want him to recognize him.
Yeah.
For now, I would just recommend we make some kind of generic. We're dropping this stuff off on behalf of
that-
so and so, and then when that doesn't work, you do your "this isn't the stuff you're looking for," or "this
Okay.
is the stuff you're looking for."
I got that good. So I can only assume it's me that's supposed to know his name. Can I make a?
No, I know his name.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just being dumb. Then.
But quite frankly, I don't know what knowing his name is supposed to do for us.
Knowing his name would give Jath something to work with. He might be able to send an email or some sort of communique from this officer to the main base. Now, he's also an officer that's been missing for a while, so there might be some complications in that. But it is...
Jeff should know that, though.
This is...
Oh yeah.
What happens now is entirely up to you guys.
Right.
It's not him who's making the decision. He's just here to help.
Well, his name, that Imperial's name is Biff something.
Biff Bojangle.
Biff Jackass. I don't remember his last name.
That's fine. Which one of you had the data pad from
I did.
Cheetos?
Yep.
Yeah.
The one with all the slave information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that was me.
He will ask you for that.
All right, but I'm gonna want it back. His ass belongs to me.
So you'll see Jath sort of page through the data pad. A while ago, or for a while, I should say, Cheeto's been keeping tabs on some of the Imperial communiques in the area. It's entirely possible I might be able to find someone higher ranking enough and forge some kind of shipping manifest. Maybe make some sort of excuse as to why it was lost in the shuffle. What should I say?
Riots in the city.
Why would they need it?
Excellent. Yes, there was that Imperial patrol that was destroyed not 2 days past.
Oh yeah, them.
So where's
We
this?
had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
And
I had.
And where
I
where
heard
shall we say
some
these munitions are coming from?
Doesn't the Keldorians family own a company?
My family doesn't own a company. I work.
Also, he's a starship manufacturer, not munitions, but could be useful.
Who's going to look that closely?
Military. Fascist militaries.
Let's not oversell the military's ability to perform certain things. If you talk to some people in the military about how certain things are run, you'll be surprised things are still running.
You know what? That's true. I remember some of the stories Zeke would tell me.
No kidding.
And Austin.
Like, you ask anybody who's in the military, you're like, wow, really? It's like, how does this function?
Why are you like this military?
Why have you forsaken us?
I mean, yeah, we can we can try to sell your company as a munitions if you think that no one's gonna look that carefully. Well, they might not look carefully, at least not for a while. Not for as long as we need them to. Eventually, they might get the, hey, wait a minute, but, hopefully we'll be gone by then.
Mm-hmm. Although HTG does bring up an interesting point. We could be turning in an AWOL soldier.
I don't think we turn an AWOL soldier to the headquarters of.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't wrong.
That's suspicious
it's a fun thought. I mean, can we say we're delivering any kind of like starship parts? Because that would be a lot more believable as to why we're showing up with a starship company.
Yeah, that would make sense. I was going to say, we say that we're dropping off munitions from like the Bothan ordinances and munitions.
Or like StarCraft, like computer tech. Not StarCraft. Starship computer tech.
I was trying to make I was trying to make an acronym with the word bomb, but I couldn't find a B at the end.
Oh. I mean, I'm good with that. That works for me.
This vehicle is a little small for starship parts, wouldn't you say?
Sure, say we're dropping off a bunch of carburetors.
Like just the computer stuff.
Or spark plugs.
Yeah, it's like we have chips and like shit for starships. Those are small. We could easily carry those.
Yeah, but haven't you heard about the chip shortage? Because of that plague that hit Corellia.
Well, that would be why they want it dropped off here, and not just somewhere else. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Yeah, just go with spark plugs. I'm sure even ship spark plugs are still small.
Some kind of important.
And with all the riots, you wouldn't want it not to be dropped off directly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that sounds like a good reason to me. Fucking riots in the city, so we're bringing it here.
All right, is that what you're going with?
I'm okay with that.
I don't think we got anything better at the moment.
No, I don't think we do.
Okay. So, you begin to drive forward, Kill Repeal. And as you draw near the depot, those of you in the front seat can see, just sort of slowly, the stormtroopers on the top of the towers begin to align their weapons in your directions as they approach. They don't fire.
Pointing.
But they're
Sorry,
ready.
it's like, good, they're pointing them directly at us. We're safe.
As you move towards the 30-foot wall and this large, imposing gate, there is a Imperial soldier stationed at the front. Sort of puffs his chest out as he approaches the side of the truck and walks over to where you're sitting, Kill Repeal. Kill Repeal, can I get a perception check as you begin to roll down the window?
Perception.
I like to imagine it's one of those roll down windows.
Manual one too.
Yeah, manual one. It's kind of like
great.
getting stuck.
I got a 19.
19.
Good shit.
As you roll down the window, there's a very familiar noise coming from the other side of the wall. And it sounds a lot like hydraulic presses and very heavy stomping. And you're pretty sure there's an ATST on the other side of that wall.
I know exactly that sound effect too.
I think we all hear it in our head.
So the soldier comes up to the window. State your business.
Here for delivery.
Delivery? Delivery of what?
Starship computer components. There we go.
All right, I'll have to radio it in as he taps the communicator on the side of his head. So Jath rolled really well to get into the system and forge the documents. Well, he didn't. He actually rolled really low on his perception. Fortunately, he still rolled better than the Empire. So after a while, this just sort of you see the guard just sort of nod. And then the gates start rolling open as he waves you through. So.
Military contracts, baby.
Hell yeah. We're currently level 3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And our security level is now gone to level 1.
I did not think of something to use for the truck. So, I know what I can do.
Quickly draw something.
Yeah, no, you absolutely can do that.
Hey.
Do you want to draw? I've not done this in a very while. Draw shape, yeah. I
have nothing but faith.
So I think it was about. There's the cockpit, and then 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, so, and now I move the players onto base level 1. So let's just assume that there is your truck. Oh, I'm still on. Sorry. Boop, select move. Boom, right there. There's the truck. And right beside you is our dear friend, the ATST. So you arrive at this depot. You can see it's got 2 stories that you weren't able to see on the other side of the wall. There is what appears to be a main entrance here and a side entrance here. There's another rising and lowering sort of metal shutter on the side. I better make sure that they can actually see what I'm pointing at. Yeah, okay, we're good. On this side here. Looking through like sort of the glass windows that face out front, this looks like mostly some sort of front office. This area here, some sort of side entrance, which would make this some sort of cockpit, or not a cockpit, like a hangar area.
It's come to my realization that we have a bunch of rebels in the back of this truck.
Yes.
We might want to get that ship really, really fast now.
Yes.
Again, let me just make sure you guys can control all of these. That's controlled by Kyle, and that's controlled by Minge Gunkhelm, and that's controlled by Gand. And we'll just roll with that, and if you guys need anything else, I will pull them as needed. Oh, and I guess we have Jath, too. So what do you do?
Well, I guess we should pull up to the garage.
Yeah, pull up to the garage.
Okay, can I move the drawing? I can fucking move the drawing! That's awesome. The ATST will step out of your way. And at this point, now that you're inside the compound, the stormtroopers are looking out in the other directions.
Can I say I have a mild irrational fear of ATSTs?
Really? Why?
It's because when I played Shadow of the Empire when I was really young, the first fucking boss in that game was that ATST, and for some reason it's weird, low poly graphics really like fucked up in my brain, and the sound effects as you were describing earlier just stuck in my brain.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was like triggering anything. I apologize.
No, I like ATSTs actually. It's just
fucking scary.
It's just a weird, mild phobia. Same with Wampas.
Really?
Yeah, same exact reason too.
Oh man.
Although, like, normal Wampas are fine, just those fucking low poly ones from Shadow of the Empire are still freaky.
I think Shadow of the Empire just traumatized you, my guy.
What, do you like Star Wars so much?
It was a borderline horror game. If you really,
the secret to every horror game, low polys.
No joke, dude.
The metal grating sort of rolls up and away into the side here, and let me maneuver because I don't think they can actually see what I just put on. I'm going to move the chat and the black box. As you pull into this hangar, you notice a couple things. There are a few, like, just Imperial personnel moving hither, tither, yon, as they're, just going through standard mechanical shit. There are 2 IDTs sitting here on the ground, just sort of magnetically locked in place with one of those. I'm not sure what you would call it, but there's a pretty strong steel cable connecting them to their bay. There's also an unmanned ATST sitting in the corner with the cockpit open.
Woo! That sounds fun.
Yeah,
God.
I put that there for a reason.
The GAN starts to breathe very heavily.
GAN, we have to get on the ship.
Well, those transport ships we do need to get on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're big enough to carry one. That's a shame.
Yeah, they can't carry the ATST. They can carry like 18 dudes though. So if you brought the droids, I was prepared for that. I was legitimately surprised that you left behind all the massive artillery that I front loaded you.
Oh, that we wouldn't have been able to carry it with us?
Oh no, the droids probably would have fit because I think an IDT has a transport capacity of like 18 people.
Mm-hmm. I think we're wanting to not lose them before we even get them going.
Fair, but I don't have any idea what you guys are going to do from time to time. Sometimes I just throw things at you and I just let chaos happen. And because that's really fun for me when that happens. Like giving you guys the battle droids last time, the whole Cheeto room fight.
Oh yeah, that was great. Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I don't know what I'm gonna do half the time either. We're in the same boat. Although we could have our rebel friends here jump in that ATST and find their way over to a munitions.
Well, this is the whole depot, right?
Yeah. I was gonna. Oh, there's a second floor, and I was gonna
or like bomb or attack specifically where the armaments are to cause like a giant explosion and shit. Plus, realistically, the more we bring off of the Star Destroyer, the less we have to deal with them.
So there's like personnel walking around. We're in here where we're currently at, right? The hangar.
Yeah. What do we use for Imperial personnel? Okay, well, I guess I got these guys. So we'll say that there's a bunch of like mechanics and shit. Just oh, that's an officer. Sorry, not you, not you.
Officer mechanic.
And there's one guy. God damn it, that's the officer again. It's because I have two Imperials on here, and I see Imperial, and I click and I drag. And there's one guy over here, and he's working on the ATST. And there's probably a couple guys over here on this IDT getting it ready to go. Now what happens?
Sorry, I'm sorry right now. I just was reliving some childhood memories.
Tom's just having a panic attack in his chair, and we can't see him.
Steep yourself in the fear.
Which is as Tom would prefer it.
No, I like being scared. It doesn't happen to me very often. As I've stated before, I have weird phobias.
I know at least one of them.
I mean, I do now. I'm not sure that's gonna do anything for me.
I forgot what it was, but I showed Tom a picture of something one time that immediately unsettled him, and he told me of one of his phobias.
Oh,
wow.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I do not want to share that.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking
Keep
about.
your peace. Yeah. So,
somebody tell those mechanics we have to load that stuff onto that ship now.
which stuff? Stuff in here, or?
No, I'm saying tell the mechanics that we need to load this stuff ASAP. It would be the smart thing. That way we can try to sneak as many of us into that thing as we can.
Okay. Guess let's hop out of the cockpit then.
So who's getting out?
The talkie man, I'm assuming.
Yes. There, I've now gotten out of the vehicle.
Here, I will align the truck with the grid just a little bit better.
Yeah, I believe the two talkie men and myself should be the ones getting out, and everyone else in the back should stay in the fucking truck.
I'm gonna have I'm not even gonna have my blaster out like on the Imperial. I'm gonna pull basically a big hunting knife out of my pocket and put it up to his throat in case he tries making any noise.
Stick your knife in his mouth.
Oh, well, he's currently got a rebel sock in there, so he's...
Oh, that's right. I forgot he was gagged.
In the worst fucking place right now.
Oh yeah, I guess he is a salient figure as well, so we can put the Imperial in the back of the truck next to Gand. What? God damn it! Stop! Don't do that anymore. There we go. Okay. So Talkie Man and Jath get out of the truck, and what happens?
Are these guys paying any attention to us as we get out?
A couple of have looked in your direction, but now that you've made it past the army, they assume you're just here on business.
Right on. Do any of these guys look like any kind of remotely in charge?
Perception check.
Yes, sir. Oh boy. I can do math. 15.
15. This guy here, right here in the corner next to the top IDT, he's a little bit older than everybody else, and he looks like he's issuing orders and yelling at this guy over here to, be more careful with the fusion coupler because he's going to damage something.
Cool. That's precisely the direction I wanted to walk. So let's... Jeff, if you follow me.
He'll walk with you. Here, I'll tell you what. If you want, I'll give you control of his token just so
it's
so you can move around. Do you want him beside you, behind?
Right there. Paying attention, he can help. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
We have orders to get this sent up ASAP.
Get what sent up?
Supplies being moved out of the city due to the riots.
Yeah? What you hauling? As he sort of extends his hand for an invoice.
Jeff.
Yeah. I will turn to the man who I handed my data pad to.
Yes, the invoice. Just a moment. As he gets a fucking 30 to deceive. This invoice right here, my good man. Yeah, he fucking nat 20.
Fuck, man.
All
He's
right.
so convincing he doesn't even believe he's lying.
All right. I'll have these lazy lugs loaded up as soon as we're finished here with the engine. Just go ahead and take whatever your... Is it going to fit in the storeroom?
We have yet to take a look at the storeroom. We were planning on just pulling it straight from the truck here straight onto the ship.
Well, usually loading it is mine and my team's job, but if you want to give us a minute to finish here, we'll get it taken care of for you.
We got it over.
Well, you see, some of these components are for starships. They are very sensitive and have to be handled incredibly delicately.
He sort of gives you this insulted look. Boy, do you think I don't know what a starship component is? Now, I don't appreciate an alien coming in here telling me how to do my job. Now, you take what you get, you put it in the storeroom, and we will get to it as soon as we're able to. I even had a launch command come in from up top. So until I get that, we're going nowhere.
Right, yeah, sure. So I'm going to spend a force point. And...
I posted pictures of what I thought was the most terrifying things from that from Shadows. One of the most terrifying.
Where'd you put it?
In gallery.
All right, guys, join the Discord, check out the gallery, and you can help Tom relive his childhood fears.
Just that fucking picture, yo. Even now, it still is unsettling. Probably because when I was a child, I didn't conceptualize that was a not some sort of giant creature.
That's entirely fair. How old were you when you played Shadows? Because you must have been fucking 3 when that game came out.
I was probably maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna mind trick my homie.
All right. Use that force.
Okay. Oh shit! What's up? That will be a 28.
28
against his will save or will defense.
What do you tell him?
Can I see what rank he is?
It's not so much that he has a rank. He's just like the boss.
I know, but still, out of respect, I at least want to refer to him by at least his rank. You know.
I don't know if he would have one, or he would technically be our equivalent of like a civilian contractor. Okay, well, no, I guess if you're in the military and you work in the garage, you still have a rank. This guy is like probably maybe a private first class or a little bit higher. Like what's in the Navy under a Master Chief? Wake up, Austin.
Oh, that's way high. Under a Master Chief? That's
Yeah, Master Chief is actually
pretty
relatively
high.
highest rank.
Okay, that's fair. Master Chief is just the highest they consider expendable, so he's down low. He's
okay. So, mind trick.
Right.
Sir, I don't mean to offend you or your team's capabilities. You and your team have been working too hard. I think all of you need to go and take a break.
We have been working too hard. We need to go and take a break.
You do. You deserve it.
You just cost this man his fucking job.
No,
hey, he joined the Empire. He cost his own fucking job.
Hey, the Empire is some people's only chance at any kind of life.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still the Empire. You work for the Nazis. Don't be confused when Nazis kick your shit in, or anti-Nazis kick your shit in.
Like, hey, we deserve a break. Yeah, hey boys, everybody take 5. And the entire like sort of motor pool is just gonna fuck off in this general direction.
Oh, can we take the ATST?
That's my idea. I am going to, as casually yet briskly, move my way back over to the truck and like try and. I'm assuming there's like a back window into the cargo hold, right?
You better hope not. Because you're smuggling rebels into an Imperial base, so no.
Well, like a small hatch within the cockpit.
I mean, yeah, you can whatever. It doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah. Anyways, like Draven, this is it. They're all on break. We need to move.
Go.
Okay. So you guys had how many rebels did you bring with you? Was it 5 plus Draven? I can check the map.
I think so.
6 plus Draven. Okay.
Okay.
That was a total of 6.
Everybody get in on the hide in the box.
The rebels are really good at hiding in boxes.
What are we gonna do with the Imperial?
I don't know.
We brought him for no reason.
I mean, he's currently dangling in the middle. I'm not sure he could bang the side of the thing if he wanted to.
I'm assuming you're directing them towards the top, right?
Yeah, like go take the ATST or jump.
Oh, you
into
want
the
them?
ship.
You want them to man the ATST? Like, what are you telling them to do?
Well, I thought we agreed that we were gonna have like some of them create a diversion down here while we go up there, right?
If we're able to sneak in this far without getting caught, I think we can all just get on the ship and wreak havoc on the Star Destroyer at this point.
Do we want to sabotage the ATST at all? Or... Well, that would probably draw attention. Never mind. Everybody let's get on the ship. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay. So
I'll shoulder the Imperial.
So you have 2 problems. Number 1, you remember how I told you that they were both mag-locked to the floor? Do you remember the scene in episode 7 where Finn and Poe try to steal a starfighter and it's connected? You've got one of those going on. Number 2, you remember how they were repairing the engine?
Yes.
Now I'm going to say it's probably close enough to be repaired to be flown, but it's going to have some problems and you're probably going to need a decent enough pilot check.
I have 5 minutes, right?
What do you mean?
I guess, yeah.
He said take a break for 5 minutes. Can I mechanics it real quick?
I didn't specify. I just said take a break.
Yeah. Like, I'm assuming they just kind of like left their tools right there and went on break. I want to see if I can just basically power tool some stuff and finish and undo the mag lock.
I will allow it. So, give me I would like a total of 2 mechanics checks. One for the engine, one for the maglock.
One for the engine is a nat 20.
Hold up. Oh, okay.
For a total of 28. And for the maglock,
I want to use what? Fuck.
I got 2 nat
Spire.
20s.
Oh my god! Never mind. I don't need to do this. Okay, yeah, you're good. Go off. Yeah.
Of all the times to get 2 nat 20s, I got it on 2 back-to-back skill checks.
All right.
Great.
So you
ideally, I want those during combat.
I mean, sure, but it's really fucking nice right now.
All right, you've got the maglock off.
I'm gonna like casually throw the Imperial over my shoulder, grab like an air drill, and put some bolts back in. Basically, flip off the maglock and walk in.
Okay.
Like he's gonna pull out a stick of chewing gum, chew it, put the wrap up the aluminum foil to like trip a circuit. All of a sudden, the ship kicks on.
Now, one last thing. So you have this back shutter here, and this gate, which typically open when these fly off. Jath can offer to slice it. However, this is military security, and if he fails, you could get caught. What do you do?
This transport doesn't have any weapons, does it?
It does actually have a fuck ton of weapons, but that is a heavy blast door.
Fair.
I
And
think
if we shoot it, we will be caught.
Yes. Yeah. If we can't successfully blast our way through, I mean, they would be on alert anyway.
I believe IDTs are equipped with impact missile launchers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, we have to get out of here. I mean, I think we need to have Jath do it. What do you guys think?
Does anyone else have a chance to? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have
I'm
the
not
force.
trained in computers, so I don't think I can even assist them on the roll.
Is anyone else trained in computers?
I'm trained in mechanics.
Would that be knowledge computers? Or
I think it's
use computer.
Yeah, this is use computer.
I'm not trained in it, no.
No, but you do have used the force.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if I can like use the force.
You can
I mean, sure,
use the force for almost anything.
I mean, you're right. Can I use the force to help guide Jath through?
That was more of a joke. I think you have to be trained to do stuff like that.
I mean, if you don't ask, you don't. You know?
Okay, so let's parse this, right? Theoretically, Luke Skywalker used the Force to beat a targeting computer, right? So theoretically, does it work here? Is there a difference? I'm polling the table. What do you think?
I mean, if you want to count it as just an assist, I'm cool with that. If you want to say no, I'm also cool with that.
Tell you what, roll your use the Force check and let's see how you do.
Okay. 17.
Jath gets a +8 to this.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, he's really good. And he nat 20s. He fucking nat 20'd the fucking door.
God damn it.
This guy's underpaid.
All right. So, Jath slices into the door, and you see the shutter come rolling up and the gate start opening as he hauls ass back onto the transport. Cahal Shock, I'm guessing you're boarding too?
Yeah, no, I'm fucking hard getting on there. I'm probably watching Jath run on.
Okay. All right. Who's flying it?
I think that'd probably either be me or Gand.
I have a 8 to pilot.
Probably you. I am not trained in piloting.
I can pilot.
Okay. Give me that pilot check.
I'm not especially great at it, but I can pilot. Well, that's a 17 on the roll, so
Ooh,
Good
that's
enough.
21.
Good enough. The engines kick on as the IDT begins to levitate off the ground. The boarding ramp closes, and you begin to slice out the back entrance of the depot as you fly over some somewhat perplexed-looking stormtroopers and zoom toward the Star Destroyer in the distance. And just for continuity's sake, we're taking the Twi'lek and the Rodian, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nah. Leave him in the car.
We leave the Rodian with the ATST.
Maybe if he curls up real small, they won't notice him. I mean, it's doubtful.
They'll just think he's some sort of weird bug.
Okay, so with that, as you guys zoom towards the Star Destroyer, good job. I'm going to call it there. Everybody gets to level up. So
Yay.
you should all now be level 4. Yeah, I was expecting explosions.
Well, we didn't have any George to do that with.
Well, I didn't necessarily, because I gave you guys the ATST because in case you guys found a way to sneak in, then I thought there would be explosions. Also, you guys, I don't know if Tom and Josh will specifically remember. I asked for a letter and a number. Josh gave me the letter F. Tom gave me the number 69. So in the stock room was R5F69, an astromech droid that perhaps could have gone on adventures with you had you found him.
Alas.
We're gonna have a Magna Guard.
That's true. I was looking forward to R5 though, because apparently the R5 units had a major defect in their personality matrix, so they were all just like major fucking sad sacks.
That's not what we want.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I'm kind of glad we missed out.
They're like, my droid keeps listening to Ghost Bath and Silencer.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, no kidding. Like you were not kidding about Ghost.
Although now I kind of do want to see this droid that's probably just suicidal.
I was going to say, what kind of personality matrix do you want to put in the Magna Guard when you fix it?
Well, I mean, the obvious choice is an HK, like, logic unit.
Have him refer to everybody as meatbag.
Okay, so you guys know what to do. Let's get that vote started. Who gets the inspiration?
Oh my.
Can I give it to the Bothan for getting 3 nat 20s?
Seriously.
He's he didn't get 3 nat 20s. Josh got 2 nat 20s. He got the last one.
Oh, okay. Then I give it to Josh for getting 2 nat 20s.
He actually almost fucked up the plan on his deception roll when he forged the document. The Imperials just rolled lower than he did. I didn't expect anything, HEG. So, like, Josh, how can I put this? I think we have like a symbiotic relationship going on where Josh approaches everything like it's DCC, where he tries to like figure out a way around that. And I think the other players are starting to do that too. So now that he's doing that, I just throw shit at the wall and say, fuck it. I can't wait to find out what happens. I didn't even like fucking, like, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't even like try and balance this encounter. Nothing. There's a couple extra like Imperials on the second floor. There's a huge fucking turret in that other room there. I didn't give a fuck because I knew whatever was going to happen, it was going to be cool.
You were like, they're going to kill everything anyway, and we're like, you know what? Today's the day where we don't choose violence.
No. I specifically left it open for that possibility.
We were like, the Twi'lek and the Rodian aren't here. Why don't we just talk our way through everything?
You know what? That is probably pretty accurate.
It only cost me 1 force point. I would call that a win.
That's why I was gonna give my vote to Kyle for doing the Jedi things, even though he's not a Jedi.
Oh, Daestra did a fridge art. Somebody remind me to look at that.
Huh?
Okay, 1 vote for Kyle. I should probably start writing this down. Kyle, who would you like to vote for?
I hate it.
Oh, HTG's voting for Josh for getting turned on by the big weapon being there.
I think I have to vote for Josh because that just fucking butting the dude in the head for just giving us such a hard time is so necessary. And then the double nat 20, just like, oh yeah, here's your ship, it's ready to go, and it's unlocked.
All right, Daestra votes Tom for meme material.
Both are great.
Where's that?
Everyone's great.
Where's that panel from? From the fridge art that he used. Obviously, I recognize the Shadow of the Empire, AT-AT or ATST.
Mazzy votes for Kyle for the Jedi Jazz.
Jedi Jazz.
Tom, have you voted yet?
Yeah, I voted for Josh for the 2 net 20s.
Okay.
Netties. Netty
Gotcha.
lights.
So while we wait for more votes to come in, we're up to episode 5 on YouTube, unfortunately. So Alcard Vamp says, keep up the amazing work. Alcard Vamp, thank you. I think we said this last time, but you are awesome, and we appreciate you being here every single time.
Hell yeah.
It is legitimately viewers like you and these wonderful people here in chat that make it worthwhile. So if you're here too every single time, let us know, and we'll be happy to thank you as well. You're amazing. HTG says he votes for Kyle for making buying a slave a heroic thing. And he also wants to know when we'll see...
I got a slave a few episodes before, and no one fucking voted for me for that. Why am I not a hero now?
Tom, you're my hero.
Double standard.
HTG also wants to know when we'll see Trooper Hank.
No.
Trooper Hank?
What would that be? H-A-N-K or Trooper H-A-N-K?
So Officer Hank has become kind of a meme in CAFCON. Tom, do you wanna describe that if you can?
In every story, there's an Officer Hank that just unfortunately collides with our group, where we just probably inconvenience them at worst or best, and ruin their lives at worst.
God. Sounds like the true CAFCON style. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Oh, it's nice to meet you too. And you're like, it isn't for you. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Josh, you have won the comment vote, so you may get inspiration if you do not already have it.
Yay.
And it looks like if there's no other votes coming in, Josh, you have also won the tonight's vote, so you may get inspiration if you do not already have it.
Oh, well, would you look at that? You happen to have inspiration.
Would you like to give your inspiration to someone else?
You mean one of them or both of them?
Well, I guess that answers that, doesn't it? Everybody has inspiration.
I still have inspo.
In which case,
time I was here.
All right, I tell you what. Since we have a surplus of inspirations, I will allow you guys to bank inspiration for NPCs.
Oh.
Okay.
So whoever wants to write that, because I really didn't want to make that roll for Jath and then fuck up and scuttle your entire plan. That would have felt super bad. So.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with the wild card, and I want to give it to the Imperial.
No. You don't have to give it to a specific NPC because I will never be able to keep track of that. Just keep a floating account of NPC inspiration. Then whenever you have an NPC roll a die, you can just burn one of those.
Okay, that'd be cool. Who wants to keep track of it?
I'll keep track of it for now.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it is your XP or inspo that you're giving.
So welcome to CAFCON, where everything's made up and your votes don't matter.
It's not that their votes don't matter. It's that you keep negating them by not spending the fucking inspiration.
When did we need to spend inspiration tonight?
I have forgotten several times that I have.
It's fair. It's easy to do. Okay, so let's check out the fridge arc.
Fuck. But honestly, Tom, you're right. That fucking ATST is pretty haunting.
Here's the full Discord. And nothing shows up. Fantastic.
I think it's something about the low resolution that just really makes it look like it's possessed or like it's the Wraith version of an ATST.
Well, like I said, like when I was a very young child, I didn't conceptualize that was a manned vehicle.
Oh shit!
So
yeah,
in my mind, that was a giant creature where I was just a guy with a pistol.
What
hang on, guys. Hang on. We got a black screen right now. I will show you. I promise. Window capture.
And that creepy fucking like level picture for it too. That straight looks like a skull. At least like a weird skull.
God, why is the Discord fucking up so bad? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to.
Man, they really do just give you a shit ass pistol.
Yeah.
Well, it's the first boss.
Well, yeah.
Well, you don't get.
I always forget that blasters are so different in the Star Wars universe. Like I see it as like, oh, it's just some pistol, and really, it's like able to shoot through you.
It could fire fucking remote control missiles.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, you.
It shoots lasers. Like fuck.
It literally, you actually only ever have that pistol through the whole game.
Wow.
There's no other weapons. You just get different shots for it.
Yeah. Interesting.
You know, I feel like the Junji Ito doesn't quite capture how horrific that thing looks. I do want to see what Tom put in the gallery. Okay, why not? We'll do it. We'll be cool about it. I don't know what else these degenerates have put there, so I'm a little bit scared.
I think you're pretty much good.
Oh yeah, wow, that is fucking hideous.
Yeah, the gallery is safe for work.
Yeah, there's something about the way that thing compresses on the sides that just looks like a xenomorph.
And recall that it continues to stare at you as it turns.
Dude, I got
looking eyes.
I've never actually played Shadows, but now I need to.
I stand by my statement of that Shadows was a borderline horror game. Fucking IG-88 sound effect was fucking creepy too.
Was it what console was that for?
N64.
It's also on PC. Also, I completely fucked up our thing. Fantastic. Isn't that great? Oh no, that's why it's wrong. I see. I got you here. Bam. Okay. So anything we want to say to these wonderful, beautiful people that have lost another 2 hours of their lives to us that they're not going to get back?
Thanks for coming and losing some hours of your lives watching us do dumb nerdy shit.
Watching us play pretend Star Wars.
Hell yeah.
Really, is this any different from when we were 8 years old?
I mean, Josh, I hate to break it to you, but all Star Wars is pretend.
I know.
Live the Star Wars, Charlie.
It's not pretend to some people, and that's the problem.
It's not pretend for the people who bully celebrities.
That's exactly who I was referring to.
Oh, I thought you meant like the weird religious Jedi guys.
Oh.
Guys have to be fucking around, right? Most of them, at least.
Nah.
Like people who put like Jedi as their religion, like on censuses.
I think
maybe it's kind of like a Reiki religion, honestly.
Could be. I thought some of them were like based off of Christianity. But I don't know. I don't know anything about them.
People have been mistakenly worshiping pictures of Obi-Wan Kenobi instead of Jesus.
Yeah, they finally just went full tilt with it.
Though.
All right, who do we want to rate tonight? Any suggestions?
Do we ever have any suggestions? I don't know.
I know. I'm hoping
Star
against
Wars and see if anything comes up.
Search for Star Wars. Okay. What do we? Let's see. Somebody's streaming Swoder. That's right. Swoder just got like a new expansion. Apparently,
Really?
Yeah, apparently people are super disappointed with it because they did to SWOTR what Cataclysm did to WoW, and they pruned a whole bunch of stuff. But I don't know. Also, the new story thing is like, all right, we have Jade IX who is streaming SWOTR Old Republic, so we are going to we're gonna give them a little something.
Word.
Oh, I need /raid, don't I?
Wait, was that bits?
Yes, HCG. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, my guy. I hope you had a great time.
Melody. We love you, man.
Seriously, you're a treasure. I still got to get back to you on that the tabletop scenario. I started reading it. I haven't gotten all the way through it, and I want to get all the way through it before I say anything. But I will get back to you on that ASAP. In the meantime, JIX, you guys have a great night. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
What else is there to say?
Y'all have a good night.
Love you guys. Yeah, have a great night. Hope everybody's safe.
Joke's on you. I still have to wait a couple seconds to raid. And we're gone.
All right.
Yeah, well, good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.